Reactions trailing the altercation between the spokesperson for the People's Democratic Party's Presidential Campaign Council, Senator Dino Melaye, and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, for the argument which occurred during the presidential town hall series hosted by Arise TV on November 6, saw Peter Obi accusing Dino Melaye of unwarranted attacks. It all began when one of the attendees during the event stood up to question the presidential candidates, and Dino Melaye could be heard saying, "Now wow, Obi people," or Peter Obi, in a swift reaction, debunked Dino Melaye's accusation.
Colonel Jeff Onyejebu, very quickly.
Don't call everybody. This man is NPP now. He called it to people. You see what is happening here? I won't take this. He called it to people. This colonel is NPP person now. You call it to people. Stop that, please, Dino. You did, Dino. Stop that. I'm taking a lot from you here. Please, stop this one. Why are you always calling me?
Well, on Monday, Dino Melaye, in a post on Twitter, claimed that he did nothing to Peter Obi and demanded an apology for lashing out at him during the event, stating that a person vying to be Nigeria's president must be calm. Let's take a listen.
Fellow countrymen and women, I am doing this video just to clarify the outburst by Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of Labour Party yesterday. It was not provoked. I was sitting far opposite the top seat where they were sitting. I didn't mention his name, and I was really surprised to see that type of outburst from a presidential candidate. Is that the type of president he's going to make? Just taking on people and showing unpresidential characteristics. The way he acted yesterday was he rather called me out, because there was no way I didn't do anything. I didn't call his name. Where I was sitting, there's nothing I would have said that Obi would have heard. And there was nothing. I didn't do anything. So that outburst is unwarranted, very unpresidential, unacceptable of a leader. A leader must be matured. One who wants to govern this country must be accommodating, must have a lot of patience, must have perseverance. These are basic characteristics of leadership anywhere in the world. You want to be president of Nigeria and you are reacting in such a manner in public. This one will slap ADC for office as president. So I want to clear the air that there was nothing, I didn't do anything to him. He was so provoked and so carried away by the performance of Governor Okowa that he was saying that somebody outside is from ANPP. Does that make any sense? Is there any party like ANPP in Nigeria today? ANPP collapsed in 2014 when they all amalgamated and met together to form APC. But he was so disorganized, so disoriented, that he was saying that the person out there is from ANPP. Is there any party like ANPP in Nigeria today? Next time when you want to go for a debate, be as calm as Governor Okowa, be as calm as the PDP vice presidential candidate. But that was very unpresidential, and I deserve a serious apology.
Well, Dr. Abati, you were present there. This whole, what would I call it, cacophony has gone viral, really. But let me just take some tweets before you comment. This is from Wafi, who wrote, "A leader that you can push over is not a leader. A leader should be able to call out nuisances from people that are nauseating. A leader should be compassionate but firm. Dino is afraid of a Nigeria that a true leader will lead." Well, Daniel wrote, "Dino Melaye, you have criticized and tried to demarcate Peter Obi repeatedly on interviews, but you are now playing the victim. That's funny. Again, it's bold of you to talk about unpresidential characteristics when you are supporting Atiku, who chose religion over humanity. Your points are invalid." Dr. Bati, over to you.
Well, I don't think it's standard practice to review an event in which I was, a major player. I was the moderator of that event. So whatever I say, one way or the other, could be misinterpreted. But you are likely to get a lot of this. It's political season. And as you can see in the newspapers, politicians take on each other. Spokespersons, go on an overdrive to try to defend their principles. But what we can just ask for is that, as we continue with this, it's now about 100 days to the elections. We're calling for civility.
Yeah.
We're calling for decency on all sides. We're appealing to the politicians and their supporters and their surrogates to conduct themselves after the fashion of gentlemen, even if many of them are not, and to ensure that there is a strict focus on engaging with Nigerians, on selling their ideas, and not in verbal violence and all of that. Because at the end of the day, it is for the people of Nigeria to be able to make an informed choice based on their own individual assessment. And those surrogates, who have made a big business out of this, getting overexcited, promoting hate, verbal abuse, either on social media or physically, and those who are profiting, from seeming to be more loyal to one group than some other people. Well, all of them just have a sense of clarity. All of this will be over by February.
Right.
And then all the people who are getting over-enthusiastic, over-excited can return to their normal lives when, the election has been fought and decided. But for now, they should allow us to have peace.
Yeah.
This is not going to go on forever. So we are interested in the issues, and the politicians should be allowed, to communicate with the people, and there should be no abuse.
Absolutely.
After all of these parties signed the peace accord. It looks like no political party is really taking the peace accord seriously, So, and that is very unfortunate. Those who want to lead Nigeria, their supporters must realize that peace accord, the letter and the spirit of it, are both meant to be respected.
Yes, unfortunately, you may not be able to review the event, which I thought was a successful event, Rufai. Absolutely amazing. You did very well, and all the candidates out there did very well. In the meantime, the Labour Party's presidential campaign organization says the party's candidates, Peter Obi, will no longer participate in programs organized for presidential candidates that feature representatives instead. Odoyo Kupe, the Director General of the party's campaign organization, made the announcement at a media briefing in Abuja on Monday. He also called on the Nigerian people to reject any presidential candidate that habitually and deceptively treats the rights of the people to hear from them directly with disrespect, dishonor, and ignominy.
Are we saying that we will not debate if other candidates do not show up? Yes, we will not. We are setting, we are setting the standard and the record straight. We are the ones that are coming to change the system. We cannot participate in a subversion of the system. That will be, in totally contradicting our position of creating a new Nigeria. If anybody wants to organize a debate and wants to bring people from the street, we will not be part of it.
Well, as you know, the Town Hall series was a series and not a debate. Rufai, I don't know what your thoughts are.
Please, I would like to encourage every presidential candidate. Town halls, any engagement where you have everybody there, your opponent and all of that, and you get a chance to speak to Nigerian people, please go. Enough of this habit of people disrespecting Nigerian people. Because it's total disrespect. You are seeking the votes of people. And the next thing, you are not going out there to engage with them, and you are giving all sorts of nonsensical excuses. It is sad. We can't build a country this way, and we've had people that have done that before in the past. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right at all. We can't keep having a political class that disrespects Nigeria. And like I said before, if you can disrespect Nigerians while you are wooing them for their votes, then you will disrespect them when you finally get the power, because you will have gotten what you wanted. Any presidential candidate that doesn't go out there for the debate when it's invited is like a man that is wooing a woman, and the same woman is wooing him, invited him for dinner, and he's not showing up. And you want to get the woman's attention. It's almost impossible. Let us stop disrespecting Nigerian people. Pure and simple. Like I said before, Dino Kupe saying that I don't subscribe to that. Peter Obi should go out there and face every engagement.
Yeah.
If people do not come out to engage, we can see the presidential candidates for who they are.
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity. And like I said before, if you are confident in your manifesto, the Yorubas have been saying that if you are very confident in your medicine, you beat your chest with it. So they should come out there and talk to Nigerians. We can't have where people don't come out to debate. It is wrong. I know there's no constitutional provision that compels you to debate or legal provision, But it is wrong. You can't keep playing on the sensitivity of Nigeria. If you can't come out to debate, then please, it's best in the first place for you not even run for presidency. Absolutely. But if you come out there, engage with the people. Absolutely. Sharpen your ideas. Interact. See, Oji, I hope we can learn from this. After the last German election, guess what? The first time in my life I saw it was in Germany. All the presidential candidates came together for what was called a post-election debate. And guess what they were doing? They were exchanging notes and talking about ideas on how to improve Germany. All the candidates that just participated in an election. Debating is a representation of your love for your country. That you want to espouse ideas with other people for the growth of your country. Absolutely. Let's stop condoning people that feel they are too big for debates and they can disrespect the Nigerian people. We can't build a new Nigeria that way.